Hey Kelly, welcome or welcome back. You want to know how to pack like a pro nomad?
We've been doing this now, living outside nomadically for over 11 years. We've managed to perfect our kit, and you want to know how? Let's have a look, shall we? So let me begin by saying we don't have any mics at the moment. The weather destroyed them. So you'll have to excuse the tinniness. We're in our friend's garage at the moment because this is where we store our barrel.
Yeah.
Now we'll explain a bit more about this as we get further in. But the bags. We'll go through mine first, shall we? So first of all, on the outside of my bag, I have my waterproof cover because this bag is not waterproof. I've got my scarf that I keep on the outside just because it's easily accessible if I get chilly. And on the side here, sleep mat, water bottle. Always handy to have a water bottle. And on this side, what we call our TV stand. This is what we use when we're watching movies on our mobile phones in the tent. So we'll have a look at the main part first.
Ooh.
So, I'll get to this bit in a sec, but you'll see that I've got a fair amount of space in here. That's because I normally carry the food, you see.
Why do you carry the food?
Because I'm a lightweight, I'm a girl. So the deal is that once all the food is in there, it's very heavy for the first day, but as the days progress, I get lighter. This is just what I keep a few little butter, salt, pepper. We need to stock up on food, hence why it's empty at the moment. Gators.
Snap, snap.
This is because Mod gets fed up with me moaning I've got stones in my boots. A little bit of a cook apparatus.
Why do you keep it in a bag? Out of interest?
Because things get sooty. So if we keep them in this bag, as you'll see on the inside of this bag.
Look at that. You don't want all of that over your gear, do you?
Absolutely. So I keep all that in there. We've got the stick stove.
Push box, stick stove, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. This is like a mini stick stove in here. It's just a smaller version of this.
You would have seen that in our coffee mornings and things like that.
The reason for this is because our little can stove, the little hobo stove, if you are interested in that, do check out our video. We've got a video on how to make it. But this acts as a bit of a wind guard for it, and it allows the space that you need for that to burn appropriately, and of course you've got a nice sturdy bit to put your pot on. And although we didn't used to carry plates, we've adapted and we just thought, well, do you know what? I've got a plate. I like a plate. We've also got a frying pan.
Yeah, very nice.
Now this doubles up because when we've got a stick stove burning, we don't want to set fire to the woodland. We can turn it over and set it up on top. Sleeping bag, not more to say about that. Pillow, come clothing bag.
It's looking a bit saggy today. Why is that?
Well, it's because we're doing a changeover. Again, we'll talk about that barrel in a bit, but we're doing a changeover, so we're exchanging our summer stuff to our winter stuff. So at the moment, I haven't quite got all of my winter stuff in here because some of it is being washed at our friends'. Zippy bits. I don't think I've got anything in this one. I keep that empty because that's where my main bulk goes, in the main bit. But in this top one here, best-selling book in the world, love it. Shower caps, because when I get a shower at a friend's, I need to keep these dry sometimes. Some painkillers, just in case. And some more shower caps.
Got to protect that hair, eh?
I look like something out the 40s when I've got it on, the 1940s. So, next section. Ta-da! A trusty log hopper winter hat. I'm glad to have this back. This is our road safety kit. So when we're going roadside and it's getting a little bit hairy, We've literally got something that we've cut out off of an old workman's jacket that we can attach to the side, and it flaps around so that people can see us. This is pretty much just what we use for our coffees, for our coffee mornings. Stay tuned, there'll be some more of those coming soon. Cup.
Every Nomad needs one, eh?
Yeah, these are great cups, I love them.
Where did we get them from? Out of interest, they're Miltech, aren't they?
They're Miltech, yeah.
Yeah.
And I do believe it was another Amazon buy, but
Yeah.
they're not even that expensive. It's a good buy,
£8.99, I think.
something like that.
Yeah.
Fuel, you'll notice it's not your typical fuel, but this is because this is really easy to get. It doesn't matter where you go, you can always pick this stuff up. It's a great fuel for that little can stove. Again, do check that video out. Then we like to call this section like a map bit because it's very flat. It's not a whole lot you fit in there, but trusty old food bags. Now these double up because we will exchange our food at a shop and pop them in there so that it's less packaging, if you like, and it fits better into the bag. Also great for the dog if he does that dirty on the street. Earphones so that we can stay quiet if we're watching something and we're too close to people in the tent.
I'd just like to add on to that, it's also got a two-way splitter, so we can both wear headphones each side.
Yeah. Then we've got this bottom strip. Now this is where I keep my wash kit. So that's my toiletries. This is the Sawyer filter and the plunger in which to backwash it. A trusty little tin because we are smokers, and when we're in the tent you want to be able to extinguish your cigarette, so that works well for that. Nail brush because I work with charcoal, so I've always got dirty hands. Spork, love this spork. Knife, gotta have the knife. What would you believe, another shower cap hidden in there. A tiny pot of Vaseline because this will come in handy for the stick stove, and Mod will go a bit further into that in a bit. Elastoplast, fabric ones. Not only are these great for if you get a little nick, but if you get a rip on your tent, it's a great quick fix. If you don't know what this is, look it up. Some bits to go with the thing that you can look up. Fat wood. Now this has never been used yet in the whole time I've had it, but it's always good to have something for the just in case. And then in here, I've got some zinc oxide tape, just in case you get those blisters if you're doing a big trek. And here, I'm just going to say, if you know, you know. So the back panel, now ordinarily what was in here was a hard back support. I removed that because it allows me to keep this in there. What is it? Ta-da! So in here I've got my important paperwork, just stuff that, well, that we all have, right, in our files. In here, obviously this is just all my art stuff. So I've got paper, I've got the stuff that I'm currently working on, some blending stumps. I'm still trying to work out which ones I want to keep at the moment. And if you're interested in the art, do go over and check out my new art channel, Charcoal Not an Artist. And that'd be that. All I need.
Going to pause the video here for a minute to give thanks to you guys. We'll leave you all over the screen. You guys are absolutely awesome. I didn't even get the notification through. But as always, we're so appreciative. You guys are absolutely brilliant.
Thank you very much for your support. It's amazing.
Yeah, thank you. Just get back into it, shall we?
Yeah.
So, much like Tara's bag, I'll give you a breakdown of mine. I've got some rain Mac on the front, or on the back, whichever you want to call it. We have this argument all the time. Tara's like, it's the front, it's the back, I don't know what it is. Bag cover, quick release, all great. Sleep mat on the side too. Got my scarf on the top. On this side, tarps are waterproof. And with a waterproof tarp, why put it inside the bag? Why make your life more difficult? It's going to get wet. Secured nicely. In the main bit, we are. Another load of Vaseline. For the cotton pads, we'll get to that bit in a minute. Great for the stick stove. But also, if you've got sore skin, if you've got chapped lips, this absolute brilliant. I've got my leather gloves in case I want to help Tara pick nettles and all that jazz. But also they team up as work gloves. I've got holes in them now. Coffee cup. This is surrounded by tape, fishing line, cotton, all sorts of things. It's good to have it all in one place all the time. You're never without it. Or you might turn into a grumpy sod and you go, where's my coffee? Battery pack. We've got another battery pack. It's not in the shed, it's on charge in our friend's house. Bag of wires for all those devices that we use. We just got phones. It's what we record on, it's what we interact on, everything. Now, I've got a big pot. There's 2 of us, and this pot, obviously I wouldn't have this pot if I was doing it on my own. If I was solo, I'd have a little coffee pot like Tara's one, and that's what I'd eat all my meals out of and things like that. Inside here, I've got my wash kit. I got me little hobo stove. So yeah, you never know, you might get broken up and all of a sudden you're in hot weather, you find a stream somewhere, you're dehydrated or whatever, you know. So it's always good to have 1 each per person. That way, that 100,000 gallons that you're using, it's then halved. Cotton pads. Cotton pads, they're awesome. You can also use them as plasters. You remember the zinc oxide tape just a second ago? You could use it to bandage up little nicks. I'm always cutting my fingers and all sorts of things. If you know, you know. It's in my cook pot. Sugar and whitener. My little stove. Obviously, I'm not going to use a stick stove. I'm going to use my little fuel burner because I'm going to be a bit more flippant. You know, like the guy that goes camping on roundabouts and things like that. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I would do. But I've got an extra added because I pour 2.5 caps into this, set it alight, coffee, 11 minutes. I don't have a plate anymore, I have my little bowl. But it doubles up to collect a bit of water in the mornings, foraging, anything like that, or something that you can't touch and it's too hot. Food bags. Yeah, food bags. These are a little bit thinner. I wouldn't want to be picking up dogs. Yeah. Coffee. Can't be without coffee. And pot. Sleeping bag. Mine looks a little bit squishy. But do let us know. If you want to see how to pack a bag properly, let us know. Because if you've got the space, watch this. Look how much that squishes down. My pillow, yeah, it's very light. I've got on a lot of gear. Some of it's in the wash, some of it's in the barrel, but I've got my wool jumper in there, underwear, dirt, well, yeah. In the middle bit, this is what you call the middle bit, isn't it, babe?
Yeah.
I have our solar panel.
Ooh,
Yeah.
so fancy.
It's still got woodland matter everywhere on it. But yeah, if you're interested, go over and have a look at that video. I've got a extendable stick. That will come to light in a minute. I've got a knife. I'm not going to show you my knife because you all whinge about it last time. Best selling book in the world. Some more extra wires. This is for the solar. And that one's USB-C to USB-C so we can charge little battery packs and our big ones. My chopsticks. My knife sharpener. Knife sharpener, nice and thin, lightweight, £6 B&Q. Tent repair kit if we need it. If we get a big tear and the elastoplast doesn't do it. Pair of gloves, but they're just like fingerless. Important paperwork, as you know, I've been in and out of hospital and all sorts, so I need to carry all of this. I can't put it in the barrel because if we're not at this location, you know, we've got to ask our mate, can you go through our barrel, grab this out, send it to me. It's better to carry it, but it's nice and flat, waterproof. Some spare guy lines and tip, as Tara calls it. As I said before, my kids, never without them. A little multi-box of all sorts of bits and bobs. Survival. Oh, I missed a bit. Remember that long stick I said about? Well, that's our selfie stick. For on the phones when we're talking. Look, you can even put it on a finger. The trusty tripwire alarm, cotton, strong, really good braid. A box of tricks, no battle rattle. In the map bit that Tara says about, I've got My waterproof coat, although I never really wear it, I just hedge, jump and cloud dodge all day long. I've got my road safety. Got to have my road safety. It's good because they've got little poppers on. So you know when you were saying we join it onto the bag, well, you've got little poppers. So you just clip onto the side of the bag, they stay there, they let everyone know we're coming. Important thing to remember here, don't use green or yellow because that's authorities. Always use the colours of the road. You know linesmen and road workers and stuff like that. That's why orange is probably the best. It doesn't alert people, alarm people. Oh, there's roadworks, slow down. In this bottom bit here, I've seen so many videos lately, it's driving me absolutely mad. You've got these huge big tents. I mean, their tents are like this sort of size, and you see them on the bottoms of the bags, on the tops of the bags, all sorts of things. Here's our tent. It's a two-man, it's a spacious two-man, and fits the Alsatian in as well. It's all rolled up nicely. There we go. The whole tent. It's one Tigris. Just so you can see, I haven't just shoved a bit of plastic in there. It's getting a little bit thin now, but it's one Tigris. I still think you can see the log hoppers on there. But yeah, whole tent goes in that tiny bottom strip. But as some of you know, that tent isn't waterproof, hence why we've still got the top. Stay tuned because we're buying a new tent. In this side pouch, Tara's taken hers off because it just limits the space, the width of the bag and all sorts of things. She doesn't need them. I do. I'm a bloke, I want to carry all sorts of crap, right? Yeah, if you know, you know, replacement bands. You all saw it with me tactical vest and everything else that I was wearing. It's got a bit of battle rattle this time. But go over, have a look at that video, you'll know what's in there. Hair grader clipper things. They're always good for acting as little brushes as well, so you can get a nice grade on it and then cut your beard and... yeah.
Manscaping.
Yeah. Obviously a bunch of tent pegs as well. Extra guy lines. Fishing rod. So you got the fishing line and this line here, the white one. You know the solar? Up into the tree. Put it up, job done. Keeps it out of the way of the general public, doesn't it? My spotting scope. You might not have seen this before, but I've always had it. Last but not least, in this pocket, trail cam. Lasts for 12 days. Continuous use. It's also great if you're scoping out a new area and you want to stay low key or away from that area. Set it up. You'll see what's going on. If it stays nice and quiet, it's good to go. Inside here, not much. Couple of torches. These torches are great, little plastic 15-pound thing. We swear by them. And all of this lot. These are all my paracord lines for the tarp, tent, use of shoelaces, all sorts of things. Yeah, if you know, you know. Ammo. So, in the back bit, much like Tara's, although mine's a little bit different, I have got my trusty saw. For those of you that never believed me, yeah, I have a wand. It was a present from my mum, and apparently it's from the Native Americans, so it was gifted to me. I'm not going to chuck it away. I've got a big Hessian sack, sort of tarp sack. Now that can be used to put in all sorts of manner of things in, or just to sit on. I've got my plate. We put our burner on top. It protects the ground, it stops you being stupid, it stops you causing all these ground fires that we've seen this year and last year. It's been absolutely manic. Keep your fires off the ground, especially on peatland, especially through summertime. You'll win. Chopping board. Our chopping board is looking a bit worse for wear now, but it was the centerpiece for inside the bag. I cut it down, don't need the rest. More weight. And 5p, I'm rich.
So the barrel. Now this is how we are able to exchange our summer kit for our winter kit. This barrel doesn't come around with us clearly, no one's dragging this about, but we do leave it at different locations. So at the moment, you'll notice from the previous video, it's now in a different location to what it was before on our winter loadout video. So we'll take it somewhere if we're going to be in that area for a long time, or at least a decent length of time. We'll make sure that this barrel gets there, and we'll find a trusty friend to store it for us. If you want to know what's in this barrel, of course, please do go and check out our winter loadout video. It explains all.
So that's our entire kit. Everything we own, everything we have, apart from the barrel. Go and have a look at it. And do let us know if there's any specific items that you do want to check out, see how it's working, how we pack it.
Yeah. Any queries, leave a comment below, and we'll do our best to help you out.
Anyway, Cully, thanks for being here, and until next time, happy hopping.